runners for the Prix de Triomphe. There's Getaway, that's my horse, 106 on the win.
Now, Graham, here's something interesting. I'm actually online looking at the Betfair markets, and the horse that's being banged down is Duke of Marmalade. He's come in for a lot of support since the morning, and Zarkava has eased out to just over 2-1.
Well, basically, I guess they've seen the ground, and it obviously agrees with Duke of Marmalade. Currently here, it's 32 on the win and 7 on the place. The French connections, our colleagues over there are just running through the runs and riders at the moment. So that's Cima de Trophy, that was the Italian Derby winner. That
Cima de Triomphe,
has a good chance. It was over 2,200 metres. It was 7th in the Grand Prix de Paris behind Montmartre this year. And there you've got 3 horses there who are running for the Prix de Triomphe. €4 million on the line. It is one of these races, just like the Derby, the Melbourne Cup, the Singapore International Airlines Cup. It's one of these races that stops the nation, and in this case the Arc stops Europe.
Absolutely does, and $4 million does make it the richest turf race in the world. There is no richer turf race in the world. And there you can see the horses in, and I'm just wondering, has it rained? No, it's still damp, but fortunately the rain has stayed away, and we hope for Zarkava's sake that the rain does stay away. I'd like to see the filly get a clear run. I'd love for the filly to prove me wrong, because if she does, she's truly the best, not just of her generation, but at least of many, many years. She certainly is extremely talented. I'm just waiting for her to prove it this evening. I think she's got a tall order, because it is a very strong Arc field. Give her any of the other Arc fields in the last 10 years and I'd probably be with her, but not this. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, the public's now spoken. Now I know what Singapore thinks of me. I've been banging on about Getaway, and now Getaway's doubled in price and gone out to 114. So you obviously know that I'm not very good. But there's one stat I want to talk about Getaway here, and this is why I like the horse. And this is a bit of a left field stat, but just see if you like it. In the last 3 years, if you backed for the place, I'm just talking about the place, the horse that ran the longest distance in its last race before the Arc, you would have done pretty well. You would have backed Westerner, and that was placed at 16 to 1. Deep Impact and Getaway last year. Now Getaway came 4th, but in England, give me a break, you can get a place on the 4th there, and Getaway was 50 to 1. This year, guess who has won and ran the longest distance in its last race? Yes, number 11 Getaway, 2,500 metres in the Grand Prix de Deauville. That's a great little trial for this race, and currently 111 on the win, 26 on the place. Place 26, you're definitely going to get a good run. I really am strong on Getaway getting the first 3. Last year's Arc, you can have questions markers about Yumzane. If we see last year's Arc coming down the feed, you will see that a lot of people, a lot of horses got into trouble in the straight. Yumzane had a lovely run, wasn't bounced about, had an uninterrupted run, and I don't think if all those horses last year had an uncontested run themselves, Yumzane wouldn't have got on the first 3.
Okay, and just